Welcome to River Rock's Morning Devotional. So glad you're here. We are in Mark chapter 7. We have been studying our way up to verse 26, and so today we're in 26 through 30. I'm going to go back and read 24 and 25 just to give context to this particular passage. Here we meet up with Jesus. He's with a Syro-Phoenician woman. Let me pull that up. Mark chapter 7. Here we go. From there he arose and went away into the borders of Tyre and Sidon. He entered into a house and didn't want anyone to know it. But he couldn't escape notice. For a woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit, having heard of him, came and fell down at his feet. Now the woman was a Greek, a Syro-Phoenician by race. She begged him that he would cast the demon out of her daughter. But Jesus said to her, "Let the children be filled first, for it is not appropriate to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." He said to her, "For this saying, go your way. The demon has gone out of your daughter." She went away to her house and found the child having been laid on the bed with the demon gone out. Okay, it doesn't sound like Jesus is being very nice to this woman. In fact, it sounds a little bit worse in Matthew chapter 15. If you want to flip over there real quick, I will do the same. And let's look at that Matthew chapter 15's version of it, which is a parallel. Same story, just a little bit different detail from a different author. Verse 21, Jesus went out from there and withdrew into the region of Tyre and Sidon. Behold, a Canaanite woman came out from those borders and cried, saying, "Have mercy on me, Lord, you son of David." Very important. Hang on to that. "Have mercy on me, Lord, you son of David. My daughter is severely possessed by a demon." But he answered her not a word. His disciples came and begged him, saying, "Send her away, for she cries after us." And Jesus is standing here going like this. It doesn't sound real nice. Why did Jesus do that? Well, he said that he came for the children of Israel, but is that what he was actually doing? If you go all the way back to Elijah goes and stays with a woman who was a Gentile. Jesus healed the Samaritan woman at the well. He met a Samaritan woman at the well and told her everything that she'd ever done before she went and got her kinfolk and family and the whole town from the nearby countryside. And the disciples came up and they're stunned that Jesus is talking to this woman who is a Samaritan. And he's saying, "Look, the fields are ripe for the harvest. Pray the Lord of the harvest to send more reapers." And over the hill come all these Gentiles coming to see this man who told this woman everything she'd ever done. Jesus healed Naaman, who was a leper. I believe he was in the Syrian army. They were fighting the Israelites. Jesus healed the centurion's servant. The centurion would have been a Roman. He was not a Jew. So Jesus is being healing and super kind to all these people, including prostitutes and people that you and I may not would even want to associate with. And Jesus is doing it. This one woman, he's standing across in his arms. Why did he do that? I think maybe for the same reason we might treat our child like that. If you had a child come up to you and says, "Daddy, can I please drive the car? It's time for me to learn how to drive." And you go, I don't know. Kid says, "Please, Daddy, please." I don't think I'm ready to trust my life to you in the family car. And your kid just says, "Daddy, look, I know you're going to teach me how to drive. That's what you do. You're Daddy. You're going to teach me. But, maybe you could just let me ride the four-wheeler and get used to being on something with four wheels." And you go, "That's it for that saying. For that saying. See, you get it. You know my nature." And that's what this woman did. She said, "I know your nature. Even the puppies under the table eat the crumbs." And he's like, "Right? You know me. That's my nature." She said, "You're a good master. You want to take care of me. I know you do. Because you're the son of David." Why did she know that? Where did that come from? Let's look over here real quick. Romans chapter 15, I believe it is. Romans chapter 15. Flip fast, or I'll beat you there. Romans chapter 15, verse 12. Again, Isaiah says, there will be the root of Jesse, he who arises to rule over the Gentiles. In him, the Gentiles will hope. And there she is, a Gentile, having hope, because he's from the root of Jesse. Jesse was David's father. Jesus, son of David, who was the son of Jesse. You are the hope of the Gentiles. I know you. And Jesus is like, for that saying. In Matthew chapter 15, Jesus gets a little bit stronger in his wording when he says that the woman has faith. Matthew chapter 15, verse 28. Then Jesus answered her, after she said, yes, Lord, even the dogs eat the crumbs from the table. Then Jesus answered her, woman, great is your faith! Exclamation point. Be it done to you even as you desire. Great is your faith. For this saying, because you know me, because you trust me, because you know I'm your master. Isn't Jesus saying that? My heart for you is to know the master, to know the Lord, to go to him with your prayers and requests and petitions. He's not a genie in a bottle. You don't rub that and just get anything you want. But if you go to him and ask him for things that are in his will, it doesn't make any difference if you are white or black or Chinese or Hispanic. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. God is God, and Jesus is the Lord of the nations, and he wants to hear your prayer requests. He wants you to know that he is your master. You need to know his nature and take your request to him and pray for those things that you need. And he will surely provide for you and take care of you because he loves you. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you back tomorrow.